Angel is asking, when do you think the job market will stabilize? So let me explain something to you that most career coaches don't explain because they don't have 20 years of experience like I do. And this is, folks, I just really want to caution you. There's a lot of people out there giving poor advice that do not come from an appropriate background. I was in the staffing and recruiting industry. I ran a $35 million division of a staffing and recruiting firm before I became a career coach. For the last 2 decades, I have been studying the trends. I literally launched Work It Daily in 2008 in the height of the last recession. I understand the markets and they have cycles, okay? Right now we see cycles every 16 years. Shocker, 2008, now it's 2024. Surprise, okay? No one's talking about it. But secondly, the bigger indicator was last year in 2023 when the tech layoffs started. Anytime you start to see big layoffs in tech, it has a domino effect. And so we knew in 2023, and you can go back and look at my TikToks, I talked about this nonstop, okay? That with their layoffs would come layoffs in all the other industries. Welcome to 2024. What frustrates me and what nobody is talking about is the miscalculation of the unemployment rate. What got buried is that the Department of Labor miscalculated and claimed that there were over 800,000 more jobs than they were this year, which messed with the unemployment rate. So you have a whole bunch of people out there this past year thinking, oh, there's still 2 jobs for every 1 person like there was out of the pandemic. There isn't. It is a horrible job market. Here's the other thing that is not properly factored into the unemployment rate. Back in 2008, the unemployment rate, the moment it got over 5%, it was deemed a recession. It was called the Great Recession. Right now, they've claimed that the unemployment rate is still around 4%. Do you know what they're not factoring in? Gig work. Gig work, part-time work was not as prevalent back in 2008 as it is now. Think about it. Uber, DoorDash, right? All these different things. If you're doing a gig job right now, you're considered employed. So if we were to adjust the unemployment rate to reflect how many people are underemployed, it'd be much closer to 7 or 8% right now. That's a full-blown recession nobody's talking about. And people are asking me, well, JT, is this an election thing? It has nothing to do with the election, folks. Both sides of it, no matter who you talk to in politics, nobody wants to touch this. Because it is truly a problem that has been going on for a while. Cyclically, it was going to happen. We see expansion and collapse, expansion and collapse. So the real question then becomes, when does this end? I would tell you we will see signs of life at the end of 2025. And the reason I'm telling you it's going to prolong itself through the first half of 2025 has to do with all the continued restructuring we're seeing because of AI. Because the curveball in all of this has been the fact that AI is wiping out a whole bunch of higher paying level jobs. Now, down the line, AI is going to create a ton of jobs. Again, we're going to see an expansion. But right now, I predict it's still going to be a really rough market through the end of 2025, maybe third quarter of next year. Around this time next year, we might actually see a September surge again. But for now, those are the facts. Can you get hired? Absolutely. Is it competitive? Crazy. Is applying online going to work for you? No. What you have to do in this market is change your strategy, tools, and tactics in order to get recognized and noticed. And it's why I'm on here all the time talking about it, because there are so many millions of people out there that do not understand this. It wasn't taught in school. You don't understand what's going on. And so you're sitting there depressed, hating job search, thinking something's wrong with you when there's nothing wrong with you. Okay. You are a talented individual who can get a job. But if you keep trying to get a job the way you normally got a job, it's not going to work for you. That's what you need to understand.